Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen around the world, wherever you are. Welcome to League of Tilt, where today we are the good doctor in the jungle, up against the Lee Sin in the jungle, a Mordekaiser in the mid lane, and a Cho'Gath in the top lane. Kai'Sa loves spot side, so one of the reasons to pick the good doctor Mundo. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen around the world, wherever you are. Welcome to League of Tilt, where today we are the good doctor in the jungle, up against a Lee Sin in the jungle. Mundo does relatively well into Lee Sin, unless the Lee gets super fed early. You're generally speaking too tanky to do for Lee to do much about you, and you have much faster clear speed than the Lee Sin. Mundo is one of the fastest clearing champions in the game, if not the fastest. You also have an insane attack speed early on. He doesn't benefit terribly much from bonus attack speed. He benefits a little bit from just having attack speed because he gets very high base AD from his passive on his E and from his ulti. And I generally build him with a Titanic Hydra because, and I love Zyra leashes, don't you? Look at that. The 4-plant Zyra leash. Delicious. We are going to wait that one out, and here we are. Did that not hit upward? I could have sworn I hit this frog, so I thought this camp would be ready, but it's alright. Going to start with our E second. E pushes things through when you kill them, like that, dealing extra damage. As I was saying before I got worried about Zyra's plans taking my camp from me, stuff happening already? Surely not. Okay. As Zyra is, because you're a Juggernaut without hard CC and with low mobility, you're sort of just standing in front of people, and unless you are presenting a threat while you're standing in front of people, nobody's really going to take you seriously, nor do they, because they don't really have a good reason to. We're going to see if we can't come up behind this Mordekaiser. I'm going to go still for this. Veigar doesn't have it. Oh, excellent. Perfect. Picture perfect. I was going to say, does Veigar not have cage? But he did have cage, and it worked out. I am actually relatively low, so I might get executed by the Lee Sin because his Q is actually an execute. I would expect the Lee Sin to be topside, but Volibear is completely full HP, so I don't think he's worried terribly much. We'll just go ahead and clear up our jungle, grab the skull crab, and then I'll walk back. We'll save our smite for the crab to take off its shield, and then we'll walk back into our jungle and finish taking the crump. Hi. I'm not comfortable about this. Okay. Looks like he didn't have smite up, so I'm just gonna smite it and walk away. That's very good for us because now we have a kill. We're equalized in terms of so I exerted greater pressure because I made Mordekaiser use his ignite. And obviously my kill makes more gold, and then he spent so much time pulse-stream for that, but now I ended up taking it from him. We will be maxing our E first. Maxing your E gives you so much more than maxing any of your other abilities. Your W is just like a little gray health kick. Maxing it just gives you sort of slightly more stored HP, which isn't relevant really until later on in the game. Is Veigar okay? Yeah, he's okay. Just gonna take a bonk from Mordekaiser. This actually looks like a very annoying lane for the Mordekaiser, I would imagine, because for the Veigar, I mean, because Mord can just sustain everything up. Do we smite this take off 50? Yeah, we do, because I can then do this and this. You just one-shot. You one-shot camps. They're very far pushed up, but now they have vision, so we shouldn't be terribly worried about this. I'm just going to recall here. Grab a couple of items. Mord is playing safe, I can't really gank that, and not really in a position to dive a Kai'Sa, although the dive was maybe doable. No reason to take the risk, so let's just grab this, sell our pot. Oh, no point in selling our pot because we forgot, of course, you have free boots. Oh, the movement speed on Mundo. Ooh, Volibear's W came back up in time! Cho flashing away. Whoa. Close one. Volibear got a Bramble Vest first. I don't know about that one. He does a lot of smash damage. Oh, they're too far up, but will Zara have the damage? I don't know. She dodges the Sonic Wave. I'm here. I'll escort you out, Mr. President. Mr. President, to me. My cleaver barely didn't reach. That's so unfortunate. Hit that cleaver, but she's not low enough for that to be a kill. But that is very annoying because for her, because now that messes with her reset. And that means she's going to be back later to lane. She's not going to get control. I tried to run over this best as I could, and he just wasn't in range. Like, Zara wasn't walking towards me, so he wasn't in range to be hit by my cleaver. Just barely. I should have just held on to it for just a second longer. It was in the right direction, right? It just ended up not being far enough. Also, if you don't kill something with your E, then unless it's a small monster, it's not going to go flying through. Causing his... See, like there? See? Yeah, swats them away. If the enemy is killed, he swats them away. Small monsters are the only kind that are swatted immediately. So these are all going to die of their own accord, and then we're going to get this, and then now I'm going to walk up here, activate my ghost again. He cannot ult me. He cannot ult me for the very simple reason that I have my passive, go where it please. His ulti is coded as a suppression. This is another reason I picked Mundo this game. His ulti is coded as a suppression. So my passive guarantees that I cannot be suppressed. Similarly, Lee Sin Kick is also a form of displacement immunity, so I can also ensure that I never end up getting kicked there. We'll hit you with a cleaver. Sure, why not? And then we'll hit you, and then we'll do that, and then we'll take you, and then once we have taken you, then we'll go ahead and resume doing this dragon. Fairly low HP. Because of the first dragon of the game, we also have our ulti up, so if Lee Sin shows up, we'll absolutely massacre him. He cannot ult us, and we can mitigate most of his burst thanks to W. We were not able to mitigate his ulti. Because he landed his pull on us. That took our passive off first. Just kill him. He's a free kill. He's a free kill, Olio. Mordekaiser did get it. What? Mate, how did you do... You didn't even do that earlier, why? Just walk up and ult them. They get a dragon for their troubles. It's alright, we're still ahead of the Lee Sin, and at least we traded the Hextech Drake for a whole bunch of gold. One Drake, regardless of which Drake it is, even if it's a Drake like Hextech Drake, which is a very good Drake, one Drake isn't worth that much as long as you don't immediately get the second Drake after. So if we can stop them from getting the second Drake after this, then the fact that they got this one Drake here shouldn't really bother us as much. Oh, yes. Grow and knob. Die, red buff, die on each other. I don't understand the logic there. He's gonna die here, no? I mean, I suppose a few well-placed knockups could... We see the Lee Sin. Veigar should be careful. A few well-placed knockups, I suppose, could allow him to run away, so I suppose that's what he was banking on. He's got very greedy for turret plate gold, because I imagine he has demolished, because he's a Cho'Gath. Alright. At least nothing terrible happened to us as a result of that. We'll turn on our W. So if we had our passive up, then the Mordekaiser wouldn't have been able to just take us into the Death Realm. But we didn't have our passive up. We'll have our ulti up here shortly, so we'll just go ahead and make sure he can't actually push this in. Because I think if we hold this here, we'll be here in time for Veigar. We'll just take one for our troubles and we'll let him have the rest. We saw this guy roaming up. Okay, he decided not to go. Okay. Veigar was paying attention to the map as well, by the looks of things. We weren't able to avoid the Rift Herald charge because we are absolutely retarded. But avoiding the Rift Herald charges... I don't want to go up now, mate. Bear, I'm sorry. I hope you're fine. Oh, you're more than fine. You're crushing it. Good bear. Solid bear. Volley bear. Best bear. We'll go ahead and grab this crab immediately afterwards. Lee did have no buffs, so we don't really expect anything interesting to be up in his side of the jungle. Hit. Mundo Scuttle Crab Clear is a thing of beauty. Are these up? No, they're not. Okay. Recall, head back over top side, work our way down. Okay. Vigor should be dead here because he doesn't have cage, but hopefully I'll be able to... Oh, his W shield came immediately back. Oh, it came back up. That's very unfortunate. Now I just fed him a free kill for absolutely no good purpose. Oh no, what a disaster. It's okay. I even remembered to turn on target champions only so I didn't accidentally auto-attack minions. His W shield came back up. So unfortunate. It's alright. We'll recover. We'll recover. Yeah, I think we will actually head up top side and then clear our way down to bot side because that's where Mountain Drake is going to spawn, so that's where we're going to want to be in a minute. So we're going to use that minute to clear up our top side jungle. We'll do the blue and the Grom together because now that we have the Titanic Hydra, we should be able to. Unfortunately, we did end up feeding the Mordekaiser a little, which is not the worst idea in the world, but also like far from the best idea you could have. Not the best simultaneous take, but it's definitely not the worst. It's alright. I feel like I've said that a lot of times this game. Not the best, but not the worst. We'll max our Q second because the damage goes up incredibly much if you put a few points in it. Because now that people have some levels and items under their belt, they're going to have significantly more max HP. The bear has ulti up. He's gonna kill him. More doesn't have ulti anymore. He's just gonna kill him. Yeah. Bear was just playing around his cooldowns. Very nicely done by the bear. Chungus is crushing it this game. Maybe not in farm, but outside of that, he is crushing it. Cho'Gath will not be able to knock us up. Yeah, okay. He shouldn't be able to knock us up. And there we are. Ooh, got his flash. I think we can chase him down, huh? Yeah, we can chase him down. I have approach velocity as well. Yeah. Mate, were you not gonna get that? It's okay. Whoops. I deal too much damage. I'll make it up to you. You can have that. You can have all of those. I'll make it up to you. And I'll give him the cry emoji to let him know. Oh, he's gonna get bonked by Lee. No, he'll be fine. He should be able to cage his way out of anything we can do to him. Lee hasn't really been able to accomplish much this game. We've been moving around the map too quickly for Mr. Weesin. He's too high HP and he's a Divine Thunder. I don't even know if we can take him. He heals for a lot when he has Conqueror, Divine Thunder. There's a Luxie Poo. Okay. That's not gonna do anything. And she walks up and do I not get an assist for that? Because it was her greed for me that got us the kill in the first place. Hi. Yeah. My laners are pushed up, so this is definitely where the enemy team could be making a play. We see the Mordekaiser top side, so we know that if anybody's coming, it'll be Cho'Gath and Lee Sin. Looks like it was just a Cho'Gath. Team should be able to walk away here, Mr. Sin. Mr. Weesin. Oh! Sure. Okay. Got him. If I didn't have goals, I wouldn't have been able to catch up to him, but I did have goals, so I was able to catch up to him. This barrier from this Veigar has been doing so much work. It's like almost every time I see him that he's about to get into a fight, he just has barrier up, and it just absolutely crushes everything the enemy is trying to do. Do I have a reason to rotate? No, I don't think I do. Mordekaiser shuts down the bear because the bear is building pure damage, and bear is building pure tank, and Mordekaiser does a lot of damage into people who build pure tank. He does percentage max HP damage that scales up also with AP. It's a lot of damage that Mordekaiser can do. And he's level 12, so he's a higher level than the bear. and looks like the bear didn't use Ignite that fight, nor did he use ulti. And I imagine if he gets ulted by Mordekaiser, like you can negate Mordekaiser really hard on Volibear by ulting as Mordekaiser ults you, because if you ult as Mordekaiser is about to ult you, because your ulti makes you unstoppable, you end up just not getting CC'd into the death realm at all. So we actually have a really good comp into Mordekaiser, given that we are a whole bunch of melee champions. Olaf is also absolutely fantastic into that guy. So we'll go Mark Treads because there's so much CC on the enemy team, and then we'll grab a Bramble Vest, and then we'll build into our Mythic, which is Froster item. We now have resists of both types. We have resists of both types, we have a large amount of damage, we have healing reduction. Like this is a very, very good early game power spike. Because we are so far ahead, they are actually possessed of objective bounties right now. Misfortune's trying to duel the Lee Sin. That normally wouldn't go very well, but they're the same level. And she's gonna get him. Eclipse wins out over Divine Sunderer in the head-to-head. She also has like not much more stats than he does. Vega's E is such a massive zone control tool. We're gonna miss the Evercross. Choke. Okay. Just keep him in the zone. We'll get him. Throw out our cleaver. Miss. Oh, whoa, 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 wait. Okay. Whew. I was hoping I wouldn't need to pop my ulti there, but god damn. It's a large amount of burst. Both kinds of resistances. Very good. We're gonna go up and we're gonna go back to playing PvE. This is scary. We're gonna grab our second Rift Herald of the game. We're gonna let our passive heal us up. We haven't been dominating this game, but we've just been in enough places to where our team's been able to pick it up from there. Like Volibear has done very well. We haven't paid him any attention whatsoever. He's just been completely fine by himself, so we've just kind of left him by himself. But we've protected our bot lane a couple of times, and we've punished the Mordekaiser just straight up in mid lane a couple of times, not let him become a problem despite the early kills he got, despite our misplay on their tower. This is all fine. Toxic citation. Sit. Clip. What he's got. Hey. Woo, 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 woo. No blue for you. I cried. I should have just knighted it. You get 100 gold for that. And as a jungler, you'd obviously get more EXP. Wait, are you really going to run out of patience on me? Nobody saw that, okay? Nobody saw the last 5 seconds. Dude, kiting Gromp, like, I feel like it's one of those assignments that the devil would come up with. You know, like to torment people who've been extra naughty, but who are not like evil per se. So it's just like, yeah, you just gotta kite Gromp. You know, that's all you have to do. Looks like people haven't played against Zyra Misfortune in a while. People have just literally forgotten how these champions ults work. Mord is going to, he's dead. He's going to get one champion. He's going to ult Veigar and he's going to get him. Veigar is actually, like, not just in the lane it's not fun because you can't really deal damage to him, but also it's not fun because if you cage him, if you try to cage him and then he ultis, the cage stays on Summoner's Rift. It doesn't go to the death realm. So if you have a cage on the map, Mordekaiser can just ult you and make your cage disappear. Stop it, Zyra plant. That's a Leanne be so worried because she's gonna do a large amount of damage. Whoa. You're welcome to like get on top of me, y'all. You wanna? Yeah, I have ulti, so I'm not scared. Also, my cleavers are gonna do a large amount of damage to Cho'Gath because he's building because he has so much HP. Okay, see? 212 damage off of a single cleaver. They hurt on high HP targets because your cleavers have current HP scaling. Where's Lee? Lee's on his Krugs. That's where I'd expect him to be. He's not on his Krugs. Where is Lee Sin? Okay, there's Lee Sin. Uh-oh. 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 We'll be okay here, I reckon. We won't be okay. Mordekaiser's flash first. Oh no. I either should have joined that fight earlier or just not joined it at all. By the time I joined, it was way too late to do anything about it. We just gave them so much free gold. Yikes. And they're going to get to take this off of that. They shouldn't be able to take Baron. Their jungler's dead. That's very awkward. Just garbage tier decision making. I was looking for Lee Sin. I thought he was going to go upstairs to collect his camps, but apparently not. Apparently he wasn't interested in that. He was just dipping in and out of our vision to see if he could find a flank, which is of course what you should expect to see. That's not good. Got the Kai'Sa. Stop the Cho'Gath. I think we'll get the Cho'Gath, no? Veigar with Predator.
An enemy has been slain.
They do end up completing the Baron. They got the Baron before I even respawned, so that's unfortunate. But a lot of people are going to lose the Baron buff already. Like, we've already gotten 2 kills, so that's 2 Baron buffs gone. It's really Murder Kaiser that's the primary threat with the Baron buff. And Cho'Gath is stonks, but he's not. He's roughly comparable in usefulness to what we are, because he's a level up on us, but we have an item advantage. Well, actually, no, we're similar power of items as well. He's just a level up on me. Hit the mortar. Okay. Alright, Kai'Sa. Somebody's here. Not quite certain who. But I think with my ulti, whoever it is, I can take. Did they just head into the river to take this crab? That would be a hoot. Hex skating in for crab. This is a heck of an ARAM game. I'm gonna just chase the Lee Sin off. Make sure nobody gets kicked. Zyra plant's poking is sort of an easy win con for us. It's about to get hit by Lux there. Hello. Hello, Kai. Flanking ADC. Yes, I like it. What are you doing? Unfortunately, Love Shield is still 2 stonks. We're just playing ARAM. But our Veigar is running out of mana. Quick. Yeah, let's run away, huh? Oh, we can just kill them all here.
An ally has been slain. Double kill.
We're just slowing each other back and forth. That's absolutely hilarious. The fact that we're just slowing each other back and forth is very funny. But this time he was not going to be able to get me, because this time I have my passive, but of course it's far enough away. What a stupid chase. But as soon as they all got caught in that Veigar buff, as long as I can just keep the Cho'Gath off, because they were all dead at the moment they came out, because we had a misfortune ulti. Yeah. We haven't really focused on farm much, so we're not being particularly overly strong. This Kai'Sa W really looks like REQ. It really looks like an Aura of Deception. It's the Void Seeker there. That's unfortunate. We'll just take all of their blast plants. No, Veigar. Yikes. No, nah.
Shut down.
Mordecai is just ridiculously hard to kill. Zyra just needs to back off. Zyra just needs to back off.
Triple kill.
Yeah, as long as I'm leading them away from the tower. I even got the my. I'm gonna walk away here. They shouldn't be able to catch up to me. Yeah. Cleaver for days. Uh-oh. Got pincered on. Sorry, that was a little silly. They even got the turret out of it. So I suppose I should have kept running this way, this way, this way, this way, and then eventually gotten out of there. It's alright. We'll be okay. Grab a ruby crystal. Here's a little silly. Like, we're just letting ourselves get caught out over and over again. It's just like a bunch of wet noodles hitting each other. Ooh, damage. I will just head in to bot side. See if I can't just give us a minion wave to push with on this side of the map. Although it looks like my team has things pretty handled up in their base. Although I'm worried about when Mordecai shows up. Okay. Misfortune Altis is going to take out blocks. Ouch. You can do much when you have a single target to hit, but if you're just going to get rooted in place and you can't reach people, it's such a bad feeling on Mordekaiser. Definitely far from our best showing on Mundo. This is, I think, the most meat shieldy game we've had on Mundo so far, where we really didn't do anything except be a meat shield sometimes in team fights and just like apply some amount of pressure in the early game. Like, team is so far enough ahead that they were just doing everything else. But Volibear and I definitely ran it down a couple of times. I feel like I should have grouped with my bot lane more. Friends? That's less than ideal. Kai'Sa's free hitting. You don't like that. Okay, fine. I'll walk in. Mundo goes where he pleases. I'll just walk in with my ulti and ghost movement speeding bonk the neck. What a silly game. What an absolutely silly game. Still, no, definitely not the best showing from us. Honestly, a little embarrassing to have a game like that, but we won, and that's what. Yikes. Take a look at the damage. Obviously, as expected, Misfortune Zyra did most of the work with Veigar pulling some hit. I did as much damage as their Kai'Sa was approximately as useful. Damage taken, I should shine though, and damage to objectives, I should also shine because I was there for tanking dragons and multiple heralds. Runes did some work. Lethal Tempo didn't do much because we didn't have the chance to really engage in fights. It's a very silly game, but it does goes to show that sometimes like all you gotta do is just apply a little bit of pressure one point of the map, and then if your team is ahead, you just have to let them carry. Just don't get in their way. You know, that does happen sometimes. It's important to know how to do that. So I wouldn't say we did that perfectly, but the fact that we gave our winning team multiple objectives was definitely very good. All right. Hope that was enjoyable. Hope you enjoyed some, learned some. Until next day, have a wonderful time. Peace.